It's me again. I'm making my annual TSW video because today is 4 years. However, I guess technically I have a little confession to make, which is that I am not 4 years TSW anymore. I'm going to classify this as just 4 years on my healing journey, because at Christmas last year I was having really bad eczema flare up on my back because I decided to start doing some exercise, and it was just really coming up in a massive flare, and I was just really depressed about it, and I decided that it was time to check if I could use a hydrocortisone cream, just a tiny bit, to try and get it under control and see what would happen. So I kind of used it as a bit of a trial, and it worked really well. It meant that my Christmas was enjoyable, and I just was able to get back to normal life, and my mood improved drastically after I'd used it. Although it did upset me to sort of undo a lot of work to get to that point, but I just think it was what I needed to do at that time. So yeah, I have used steroids. I use them very occasionally when things are getting a little bit out of hand, but I don't feel bad about it, and at least I know the signs of withdrawal and addiction and all that. So yeah, it's just another thing on my journey, really. But yeah, I'm not 4 years TSW, I'm 4 years in my healing journey. So one of the things that I wanted to have done by 4 years was moved out of my parents' house. And unfortunately, I have not done that yet. And there's a couple of reasons for that. Firstly, there's this thing called coronavirus. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's really caused some problems. So yeah, unfortunately, my plan was by the end of April to have moved out. And actually we were flat hunting to actually buy somewhere. And unfortunately it just, everything's kind of a bit on hold, but I'm in a safe place. I've got my family around me, and it's fine. I'm actually completely okay with being here, but at least I know that when things restart, I will be looking to buy somewhere, which is really exciting. So there were a few things last time that I mentioned that I wanted to do or that would signify normality to me. The first one was moving out. Second one was exercising, which I am doing a lot of now, and I just feel so great. I feel fitter than I've ever felt before, and I'm just really happy that I can do it and not have any problems with my skin. I mean, it's completely new to me. I've never really been able to exercise, and it's been one of the things that I've been waiting to be able to do, so I'm really happy to be able to do that. I do get some hives after I finish exercising, but they normally last about half an hour and then they go, so it's really good. And also I have started using bamboo clothing rather than synthetic sportswear, because it just feels so much softer on my skin, and it just works better for me. More natural fibres are just more suited to my skin. So that's something that's helped me on that journey. The other thing that would signify normality to me was dating, and at the beginning of this year I was dating, and kind of things were starting to get going in that area, and then lockdown happened. so that's something that again has been put off, but it's fine. I'll just pick it up once I get out of here. Another thing that was a little bit up in the air was my job, and I am still on a contract, and that was one of the reasons that I kind of hadn't moved out of my parents' house as well. I am still on that contract, although I got furloughed because of coronavirus, but I actually am starting to work again on Friday of this week, which is exciting. So in that area things are going really well, but you know, everything's a little bit up in the air with everything that's going on, and I don't feel too worried about it. In fact, I'm in quite a good place, but it's just obviously our business is going to have struggles, so it's just a case of seeing what happens really, but I don't feel too worried at the moment. So the last thing I want to just update you on is my use of methotrexate. So I'm still on methotrexate and it has helped me so much. I can't believe I have a clear chest now. It's amazing. I do have eczema a little bit on my neck. I've got a little patch on my back. I've got a tiny patch on my groin, and on my hands are a little bit messed up, but that's from coronavirus and hand washing. So the fact that I can kind of count the number of patches of eczema I have on one hand is pretty amazing to me, considering that a couple of years ago I was full body eczema. So yeah, that's great. So yeah, I am still on methotrexate. I have actually this week started to taper down, so I'm going to see how it goes. It has to be a slow tapering down process, so it might take me a year or so to come off it, if that's the ultimate decision, because I may get down to a certain dose and things might start kicking off again, so I might have to go up to a stronger dose. Just going to see how it goes, but for me, I feel positive that I'm taking steps forward to getting off the drug and actually seeing where my body's at without it, because I think that's one of the things that's worried me, is that I am used to having something that's supporting my body to keep my skin clear, and I just want to know how far I am through TSW, and I can't really know that until I come off the methotrexate. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I've got another appointment in 3 months to talk about, you know, tapering down even further if possible. So yeah, I'm just going to see how it goes really, but I'm in a good place. It's been a long journey, but things are good. Things are good. I'm exercising. I'm comfortable. I do scratch. I still have my moments, but you know, things are so much better, and I can't believe how much things have changed in the past 4 years. Yeah, it's amazing. I think also for people that are experiencing isolation for the first time, and obviously that's something that with TSW we're very well versed in, and so it's quite interesting to see how the general population are coping with not being able to leave their house. And while obviously it's different when you have a health condition and you're isolated, it's different because you're still having to deal with that health condition. It's not just that you can't leave your house, there's added pain and all that kind of stuff that goes with it. But it's amazing actually to see how people are coping, and it probably might give your family and your friends a bit of an insight into what it is that you've had to go through, even just a smidge. And I think that hopefully that will create empathy within our community. So yeah, I wanted to keep it pretty snappy. I mean, I know it's 10 minutes, but there's a few things to update you on within a year. But I'm in a good place. Things are good. Let's see where I'm at in a year's time. And it'll be half a decade. So yeah, see you next year.